Hello again, Marching Dragons. Today is June 27th, and today would have been the first of two exhibition parades. We would have done Glencoe, and we would have done Eden Valley. Today, since it was exhibition, I thought it would be a good time to show you some of the behind-the-scenes stuff that happens. In 2013, my good friend Shane Zeppelin created a video that showed some of the behind-the-scenes of what happens in a marching season. So here is Scheherazade 2013.
Well, each year we do a new show, and the theme for the show is up in the air every year. I mean, the process that we go through, and we being the other directors, the color guard director and my assistant director and myself, what will happen is around December, I'll start listening to literally hundreds of pieces of music, and something that I listen to has to pop. I mean, there has to be that quality right away. Like, I can see a show in my head right away. And so I'll put a list of songs together that I think are doable with the size band that we have, or with some kids that are rising stars in certain areas. Say you have a good trumpet player, or you have a good sax player, or you have, a great color guard section at this particular point, or a great drum line. You try to always pick a show to your strengths. And so when something pops that I'm listening to, I'll bring it to the other people and I'll say, what do you see? What do you think? And really from there, the show grows. We start building a story around it. We start researching, like last year's Scheherazade. That song really came out of a love of that piece of music, well beyond marching band. It's an orchestral piece. And that opening lyrical violin solo of Scheherazade, it tugs at me every time. And so when I heard that piece, I said, we got to do this piece. I mean, there's just no question, we have to do this piece. How do we do it? And so we built a show around it. It happens different every year, but as soon as I hear the song, I know what it is. I can't point to it right now for this next year, but I know as soon as I hear it, it'll be a great show. And so that's how I do the show every year. Now, the color guard is an entity on its own. We designed the show, and what that means is that we say, I can see this color, or I can see this type of routine happening. But really what happens is I turn this over color guard wise to the color guard directors. And for the last few years it's been Holly, and she's done an incredible job, and we'll go out and we'll hire other people who are in the business, drum corps people, and we'll get their ideas, and then we put them all those ideas together to form what our color guard does. But it's really kind of a hodgepodge. It's picking from here and picking from here, putting it all together with the central theme in mind. Like this last year against Scheherazade, we knew for a fact that we had to have a sultan. We knew that we had to have Scheherazade as an actress. We didn't know how to tie everybody else in. It went through a metamorphosis that was incredible. In fact, the first early scheme of it was going to be that the rest of the color guard were actually going to be dressed up as ghosts, ghouls, not like Halloween ghouls or goblins or anything like that, but all of the dead people that the king had killed. They were going to be their spirits. And so we had this elaborate thing all worked up, and the show was all done, and then we sat down, we were like, no, this isn't what we're going to do. And we sat down, we had to redo it again. So we came up with the genies, the Arabian princesses, and it worked. It's good. So that's kind of the process that the color guard goes through as well. I feel like we're blessed here in Litchfield because the community has overwhelming support for the marching band. I go to other towns and band will come up into the conversation. And inevitably, Litchfield's name will come up. Oh, Litchfield has such a great marching band. And it's, it's due to the kids, of course. They work hard. But without the parents and the community support, continuing to put effort and time into this program, we wouldn't have that type of reputation. And we have a reputation around the state of Minnesota and in other states that we travel to that is well above most other schools. I would say there's maybe a handful of schools, Waconia's, Mankato's, their reputation is well known too. But to have a town like Litchfield, who's 6,500 people, be mentioned when you go outside of state because of our marching band, I mean, that is a testament to our community. And I'm just thoroughly impressed. I've been here for 12 years, and before that, knew about Litchfield High School, knew about Keith Johnson, knew about Lori Servine, and I wanted to be a part of that. And it's directly related to the community. Without a good community, you can't have a good marching band.